I'm Larry O'Connor alongside Brian Wilson.
Well, she's now ready for prime time. Actually, she always was. Her name is Megyn Kelly, host of The Kelly File, 9 p.m. each night on your Fox News channel. I must say, one of my all-time favorite people in the whole wide world. Megyn Kelly, what's it like to be prime time, 9 p.m. on the Fox News channel after holding down a slot in the afternoons?
It is very exciting. It's great to be with you, Brian. First of all, it's great to hear your voice. I've missed you terribly at Fox News Channel and loved working with you. But this is exciting. And, you know, talking to you this morning is actually particularly fun for me because obviously getting this job was a big deal for me personally and professionally. But your listeners should know the very first person who sat me down and went over the teleprompter with me and gave me some tips on how I could read the teleprompter without sounding like a robot was Mr. Brian Wilson. So I've come a long way.
Well, and it's interesting because when I first met you, you know, you were just learning the craft of television. You'd been working for a local affiliate here in Washington, but your background, as many people know, is in the law.
Right, that's right. And I did that for almost 10 years. And some of the skills really were translatable, so that helped me. You know, I mean, it wasn't completely unrelated to what I do now. But nonetheless, I always say about broadcast journalism, it's like typing, and as much as you want to type 70 words a minute, you can't until you've done 30, 40, 50, 60. And so, you know, you can buy the nicest typewriter out there and make it all shiny, but you've really just got to do the work to get from, you know, one point to the other. So that means practice, and that means a lot of hits, as we call them in the business, you know, getting on TV and doing a reporter hit and practice in front of the prompter and all that, and hopefully pointers from people in the business who know what they're doing, and you were one of those people for me.
Well, thank you very much. You're more than kind. I want to talk to you about your personal life now, if you just a little bit, and because, you know, you're a mom now. Does the primetime schedule help the fact that you get to spend a little more time with your kids?
I think it's going to. Last week it didn't because it was my first week, and I was a little nervous, so I was getting in a little earlier than I normally would, I think. But long term, yes, I think this is going to be great for me because under my old schedule, I got my kids up, got them out the door, then I went out the door, and then I'd get home in time to put them to bed, which any mom and dad out there knows, you know, putting them to bed, that's not necessarily their best time of day. They're a little cranky. So now I get to spend almost the whole day with them. I don't get to put them down for bed, but every working parent makes some sacrifice. But I get to take them to school, I can pick them up from school, I get after-school activities with them, and then I go in and do my job. So I think this is going to be just right for me. Has
being a parent changed your perspective on things when you now cover the news?
Without question. I mean, I used to, for example, I've been doing O'Reilly's show for over 8 years, and I used to sort of marvel at his rants on cultural issues. You know, you get so upset if some pop star was walking down the street naked doing a video, and, you know, sometimes I'd be like, all right, I mean, it's not good, but why is he so upset? Now that I'm a mother, I get it. There's just this biological instinct that to protect not only your children when you have them, but all children once you become a parent. And I finally understand why people get so upset with these stories where, you know, these morons out there try to corrupt our children without our say-so.
Now, you're talking about the first week, and with the first week under your belt, I think it's safe to say you look at these ratings and, well, you know, Megyn, let's just be honest about it. You crushed it. I mean, you just knocked it out of the park. So much so that some people look at the numbers and saying, I don't even believe them. They're so good.
That's funny. I know what you're talking about, and that actually was very funny. You know, it's rewarding. It's very nice, and I'm very grateful that the viewers are giving me a chance. But the truth is, I'm extremely grateful to Bill O'Reilly, too, who's given me the best lead-in in television.
Yeah.
And what he does is truly amazing because, you know, he has such a jump when he comes on the air. And that's hard to do in television. Now, so he sort of passes me the baton as he's running and I'm running, which is helpful. But I would be less than honest if I came on here and started patting myself on the back and said, it's all me. I've had a good first week, but Bill O'Reilly's the best lead-in in television.
All right, so as you have this wonderful opportunity, this show in prime time, you know, what should people look for in the days ahead? How will you craft the show, and how will it be different from things you've done in the past?
Well, I think people who watch me know I think I'm sort of a unique person on television in that I can do hard-hitting stuff, but I don't take myself too seriously. So we're going to have some laughs. We'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll learn the news. We'll never be bored. It's like my husband's fraternity motto, loved, hated, never ignored. That's what I think I'll be. And I think between my executive producer and myself, we figured out a formula that allows people to consume the news in a way that's not boring, that is interesting and entertaining, but is real and is fair and balanced, and they know they're not just going to get some spin that they'd get from the mainstream media on these stories that don't give short shrift to both sides.
Well, you were nice enough to pay me a very nice compliment as we opened this interview. Let me return the favor, because the one thing I want to say about my association with Megyn Kelly over the years is that when I first saw you that very first time, I turned to my friend James Rosen and I said, this woman is someone to watch. She's got it. And you have proven that to be true every step of the way. So I'm not at all surprised that you have found such success in a primetime show on the Fox News Channel. I've always been a big fan of yours, and I'm so very, very happy for your success.
Brian, thank you so much. I miss you, and I appreciate all that you've done for me, and I'm so happy to see you so successful. I love the D.C. area, and WMAL. I used to listen to it all the time, and I wish you all the best. Nothing but success.
All right. Please don't be a stranger. Come back anytime.
All right, my friend.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, it is a little bit of the Megyn and Brian Mutual Admiration Society.
I'm glad I could just get out of the way and let you two have your conversation.
Well, really, I have such great admiration for her. She's such a sweet gal. And I mentioned in the ratings there how her ratings are so good that some people don't believe them. She didn't bite on it, and I understand why.
But we will.
We will. The guy over at MSNBC,
Phil Griffin, president of MSNBC,
he has actually accused the rating service of fraud.
Yeah, he wants an investigation, which I hope they do it, because when Nielsen comes back and says, oh, no, she really did trounce Rachel Maddow with epic proportions.
Yes, the numbers have been amazing.
And by the way, by bringing it up like he did, Phil Griffin did, and saying we should investigate it, it kept it in the news cycle one extra day. They're continuing to talk about how Megyn Kelly absolutely destroyed them.
Well, she's a great gal, and I wish her all the best in this new platform that she has during